Gandalf only shook his head and said nothing. He knew how evil and danger had grown and shriven in the wild, since the dragons had driven men from the lands, and the goblins had spread in secret after the battle of the mines of Moria. He hardly dared to hope that they would pass without fearful adventure over those great tall mountains with lonely peaks and valleys where no king ruled. They did not. All was well until one day they met a thunderstorm, more than a thunderstorm, a thunder battle. Lightning splintered on the peaks, and rocks shivered, and great crashes split the air, and rolled and tumbled into every cave and hollow, and the darkness was filled with overwhelming noise and sudden light. Bilbo had never seen or imagined anything of the kind. Oh dear! In the lightning flashes he saw that across the valley the stone giants were out. They were hurling rocks at one another for a game, and catching them and tossing them down into the darkness, where they smashed among the trees far beyond or splintered into little bits with a bang. Then came a wind and a rain, and the wind wiped the rain and the air about in every direction, though they were getting drenched, and their ponies were whining with fright. They could hear the giant governing and shouting all over the mountainside. "This won't do at all. If we don't get blown off or drowned off or struck by lightning, we shall be picked up by some giant and kicked sky high for a football." "Thorin, we have found a dry cave not far around the next corner, and the ponies and all could get inside. Have you thoroughly explored it?" "Yes, yes, it isn't that big, and it does not go far back." "Good enough. Let us have a look at this cave then. The floor is dry and it is out of the rain." "It will do, but no fires. We shall have to get by with a change into dry clothes." So they spread out their wet things on the floor, and then they made their blankets comfortable. They talked and talked and forgot about the storm, and discussed what each would do with his share of the treasure when they got it, which at the moment did not seem so impossible. And so they dropped off to sleep one by one. And that was the last time that they used the ponies, packages, and paraphernalia that they had brought with them. It turned out a good thing that night that they had brought little Bilbo with them, after all, for somehow he could not go to sleep for a long while, and when he did sleep he had very nasty dreams. He dreamed that a crack in the wall at the back of the cave got bigger and bigger and opened wider and wider, and he was very afraid but could not call out or saw anything but lie and look. Then he dreamed that the floor of the cave was giving away, and he was slipping, beginning to fall down, down, goodness knows where to. Ah! Oh dear, it's not a dream, it's true. The ponies, a crack, thieves, what? Oh, me lads, ah, goblins, goblins. Yes, goblins. There were 6 to each dwarf at least, and 2 even for Bilbo, and they were all grabbed and carried through the crack before you could say tinder and flint. But not Gandalf. Bilbo's yell had done that much good. But the crack closed with a snap, and Bilbo and the dwarfs were on the wrong side of it. Now goblins are cruel, wicked, and bad-hearted. They make no beautiful things, but they make many clever ones. Hammers, axes, swords, daggers, pickaxes, tongues, and also instruments of torture they make very well. It is not unlikely that they invented some of the machines that have since troubled the world, especially the ingenious device for killing large numbers of people at once. Who are these miserable persons? Dwarfs, and this, we found them on our front porch. Up to no good, they weren't spying on the private business of my people, I guess. Thieves, I shouldn't be surprised to learn. Murderers and friends of elves, not unlikely. Come, what have you got to say? Thorin, the dwarf at your service. We sheltered from a storm in what seemed a convenient cave, and used nothing was further from our thoughts that inconveniencing goblins in any way matter. So you say, might I ask what you're doing up in the mountains at all? And where you were coming from, and where you were going to? In fact, I should like to know all about you, Thorin Oakenshield. I know too much about your folk already, but let's have the truth, or I will prepare something particularly uncomfortable for you. We were on a journey to visit our relatives, who lives on the east side of these truly hospitable mountains. He's a liar, a truly tremendous one. Several of our people were struck by lightning in the cave, and we invited these creatures to come below, and they are as deep dead as stones. Also, he had not explained this. Oh, Christ, the goblin cleaver biter, the thrice cursed sword of the elves of Gondolin, murders and elf friends, slash them, beat them, bite them, gnash them, take them away to dark holes full of snakes, and never let them see the light again. For ships. What is this? Yeah. Oh dear. We're doomed. Glamdering, we are lost. For I'm a beta. Follow me quick. Quicker. The torches will soon be relit. Half a minute, Mr. Baggins. It seems you lag behind. My stride is not as great as yours and the others. Hurry and climb up. We cannot leave your burglar behind this late in the game. Come, Dory. Let me remove your chains. There now, all we are here. Let me see one that's Thorin. Thank you. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Where are Feely and Keely? Where they are? 12, 13, and here's Mr. Baggins. 14. Well, it might be worse, and then again, it might be a good deal better. No ponies and no food, and not knowing quite where we are. The hordes of angry goblins just behind. On